Hey guys, Shadow here, and today we're in the new GTA 5 update, Cunning Stunts. It was available July 12th, just a couple days after, but this is going to be kind of my first reactions on this, and it was all kind of cool. First of all, this car, I love the new cars that are out, but I just wish that all of them would have more customization options. They have one livery each, or sorry, two liveries each. Or the plain once you buy them. You can't buy them with just the plain color, which I wish that they would come up with a cheaper option, but they don't, so we're stuck with what we have. So this was really cool. As you guys just saw, we have multi-way checkpoints now. We have a yellow and a red, and what I'm really hoping for is that they actually do more than just the two, but they're gonna have other checkpoints as well, so that you could do have an off-road, you could have a road, you could have a drifting kind of way, and see which ones can do it the fastest. Because obviously, if you've got one that's on the road, more than likely they will win. But anyways, like, you still got your off-road, which could be kind of cool compared to the drifting. I think those ones could be really cool. I actually have a race that's on Xbox that actually has where I set the checkpoint so that you could take many different ways. So this is really awesome, being able to have the new checkpoint system. So, and also the slow. It's not shown off in this race, but it goes with the speed boost. The speed boosts are so nice, because now sometimes going up hills, you want your people to go straight uphill. You have to put in a GTA race, and then you have to put the speed boost. Having speed boost actually built into the track is so nice. Oh, I did terrible here. I completely missed it. But anyway, just having the speed boost inside of the track and not having to do the your GTA race is so nice, because now there's no weapons or anything either. You can just do stunt races like this without weapons. So let's talk about those tubes. The tubes are so cool. And just the amount of stuff that you can do with it. Going back to the checkpoint system, the fact that they have the checkpoints, the circular checkpoints that you can do inside of the tubes so that you can hit them no matter what, and the same size as the tubes, was excellent. It was, in my opinion, one of the best things that they could do, and I'm really hoping to see that in the creator and see how well that works in the creator as well. There is that little bit of nervousness though as well, but we'll see how it really ends up being in the end. I think that's going to work really well, and that all this creator stuff is going to make some really cool races. I have this feeling of Rockstar kind of gave us all the tools, or showing off all the tools that are going to be available to us later in the creator when they release it in these races, and I thought that these races were really cool. They're really fun, kind of a new perspective, and they actually dragged me in. I had kind of lost all the races and stuff. I tried doing the CO stuff, I kind of got, with my internet connection, it's not that great, so I was just happy to do more races. Play a lot of racing games offline and everything, just kind of verse myself. So this was awesome. And with racing in GTA, you don't have to worry about others. And this was really, again, I can't stress how cool this is, that we have multi-way checkpoints now. So excited for it. It's going to make a lot for those creators. And I have to say, this race was really cool, seeing what you could all do in the canyon. I love the slanted way here. And just the way that all this stuff is, like that half tube, semicircle tube on the path. I so hope that that's going to be an option, as well as like all the tubes coloring options. I hope that they make it easy. And everything that can go inside the tubes is really cool, like all those blockades and all the spinners. I hope that you can actually, once it comes out, I hope that you can change the speed of those spinners, because I found them almost too easy at some points, and other ones, they didn't spin fast enough to get through for the half ones. So I really want to see that. And I love the blockades, so that you can't go too high, can't go too low, and all that, and skip stuff. I love the fact that you can suspend these in the air. That is awesome. I'm really curious to how these are going to work in the creator, and I just hope that Rockstar makes it seamless putting all these together and through mountains and all that. So can definitely hope. And I love the way that you can do curves now, and I hope that you can actually have them kind of more on an angle. I'm hoping that they made that as well, and this was just a show off. They didn't do too much. Ramps in, and all the custom sound effects, as you guys will probably be hearing in the background. There'll be all these sound effects going off. I really hope that they did it so that you can choose when, and the fact that you can change the size of your ramps was awesome instead of just the medium, small, and large ramps was awesome. But I'm really hoping that everything goes seamless together and that you can choose sizes and everything. I just hope that everything comes together and that the sounds that you can do, at this point, this sound effect is going to trigger. At this point, until you reach here, this sound effect is going to trigger. I hope that they do that, and you actually get a nice amount of money doing 2 laps on these. I do believe that was the tires that was the tires that I used. That's actually a nice car. Not my favorite of the new supercars, but it was a nice car. So there's so many things out in this DLC. I'm so excited. Hope you guys are too. To see what all the creators can do. That's really what this update's going to be about. There's all these cool races, but soon we're going to have another set of cool races created by all of the creators out there. And some of those maybe use some of those. Like, I'm a creator of one track, and I want to get into creating more. It was really fun to do. It took a lot of mental capacity to try to figure out what everything was and where it was, but it was really fun in the end. And there's some really great creators. Now, we are in the rally cars. These are so cool. Here I chose the Omnis? Yeah, the Omnis. I kind of actually like the classic rally. It's kind of the more modern look. I chose the same suit the whole time. I didn't really care about what my character is wearing, but this car is my favorite of the 2 new rally cars. I just find it too... Well, it's kind of a mixed bag. This one, as we'll see later, this one handles better on-road than off-road. But like I said, we'll get to that part later. So just pointing out here on the sides, we've got all those guardrails. I hope that those are going to be easy to place and that you're not going to have to place them all by one, and that it's actually an option to place the guardrails on the side. That is what I'm hoping for. And all the signs, those are going to be really cool too. Going through the buildings, I hope that is seamless, putting roads like that through those buildings. If it is, it's going to be a great DLC. And here, speed boost, as I was saying, for going up straight hills, is perfect. And this stunt cam, that was really cool. This one I didn't use just because I was trying to get a feel for the track, but then going down you get so much speed. And the tubes are awesome. I didn't realize it until I hit that corner, but the tubes are so nice for coming down a ramp like that at high speed, coming onto a track. And going around a corner like that, it's perfect. So, really, really looking forward to that. That is going to be... made the race actually more fun. And here's coming up to something really cool that I was not expecting. Well, it wasn't the first time that I hit them. That time I was trying to get around them. You can't get around them. But yeah, what it is, it's stop pads. You go over them and you actually slow right down to a stop. You don't notice it so much because as soon as you stop, you are going again, and this car did have really good acceleration. I almost call it Lancias. I do believe it's... I can't actually remember. I almost said Stratos, but I don't think so. Whatever the Lancia car is in here, the other option that I had instead of this one, I used that one later with stop pads, and I noticed that it actually right stopped just because the acceleration wasn't there. So, actually, yeah, this one kind of does stop mid-air, just because of the way that this one was. It didn't go so well. Believe it or not, ramps like this, I am actually using the keyboard and mouse. I have a Corsair K95 that I've programmed the pitches to some of the programmable keys, so it makes it a lot easier. Or in some cases where you see me move my mouse and controlling, I actually have programmable mouse that I also have the pitch keys on there. Thinking I need to put E onto my mouse so that I can toggle the stunt cam on and off while I'm going. So that's just something to improve your setup. It's amazing what programmable keys can do to your setup. it just makes it that much better and easier to do. So when you start stop lines, that's something that I noticed. There's so much new content in here to look forward for. And like I know you can do lots of racing on the ground and through the roads of Los Santos, but in all honesty, it's when you're doing that after you've played through the story mode, there isn't actually as much to go through. It is quite amazing to see what new things there are to discover doing stuff like this, like going between two buildings up in the air where there usually isn't. Going over a building like we are right now, it's not something that you usually see. It's something new that's been created. You don't get your same roads all the time. And that's what this DLC is going to make creators think about. What is somewhere where you have never taken a car? Where is somewhere in the air that has never been explored before? Like, where would people not think about racing because it's just not plausible? And now with floating platforms, all these roads in the air, the pipes, Rockstar has given us that creativity to do that. And those every time that I think of those stop bumps, I keep thinking, like, in the race that I made on Xbox, there's a part where you could go around on the road, and in a supercar that's going to take you a few seconds. But then there's also an off-road side. Some of you will already know where I'm talking about, where this is going to take place in. But then off to the side you've got an off-road with a jump and everything. With these you could put those road stops, and so those supercars have to stop. And so that's an even match. Of course I test it, but anyways, like, it's just, there's so much more possibilities, so much more evenness of races in that perspective. And I just think that this is going to be really cool. And one thing that I am actually hoping that Rockstar adds is an open category. So you can do a race as any car you want. So somebody could pick one of the new raid trucks. Somebody else could be in a supercar. With the multi-checkpoint system, it would be so feasible to have those two cars. You just gotta make the race right. Well, you have to go all the way around the north end of the island in the supercar, whereas in the off-road truck you could go up Mount Chiliad, you could go off to the side by in the little ravine there by Blaine County where Trevor lives. That could be something that you could do, the way that the multi-checkpoint system works, and it would be a fair race, because one's going off-road through the center, the other one's going right around. So tell me what you guys think about this new DLC. I absolutely love it. This is two races. These two races were more of just the starter, me talking about my first impressions of this DLC and what I think about it. And in the next episode, we're going to go through two more races, and I'm actually going to start talking more about the cars that were added and all the hidden ones as well, because there are some cars that still need to be released, so I'm looking forward to this. This is the biggest one, in my opinion, that I care about. So, as a racer, that's what I love. So, this is Shoutout, and I will see you guys in the next video talking more about the cars in the new DLC.